do not stand in my own way. I do not stand in my own way. I do not stand in my own way. Okay. I came to the realization that this would be actually a million times easier if I had a prop, so welcome to the stage, my can on a string microphone. Like, hello. Hi, editing me. I'm coming in because what you're seeing right now is a mess, but still a good video. And I'm keeping the mess in it because I think it speaks to exactly what I'm talking about, which is process over product, allowing mistakes to guide you, and building a world where we don't expect this materialistic perfection from people. You're gonna see me in unflattering light. I built like a fort because I was like, okay, all of my technology is really crashing around me. How can I record from my phone and get the audio good enough that it can work, but also feel like it's an easier connection with you? I deal in intimacy as a songwriter, and I think you might relate to that if you found yourself here. And so, yeah, let the kind of quirkiness of this video be a part of it and embrace the quirkiness in you. And please feel very welcome here. And thanks for your patience as I, figure all this out. I'm abandoning the teleprompter. Okay, so you're an artist who has really wanted to be putting work out, but always finds that there's something that stops you, and you're ready to not be stopped anymore. We're gonna talk about what stops you, and it's probably a belief system. So we'll just talk through that. And I'm going to give examples from my own work, from the EP that I just put out. My hope is that by the end of this video, you feel like, oh my God, I think I could do that. And I think that if I noodle on this, not only will I have work out that I'm proud of soon, but my whole definition of what makes me proud about my work might feel more clear and aligned and energizing than it did before. So I hope that for you. And welcome. Like I said, I'm Janie. This is a Girl Street tutorial. No more context. Enjoy. Welcome. Let's talk about some of the reasons you maybe are not finishing those projects that you start and want to finish. 1, you don't have the resources to make it the right way. 2, you don't have the right resources to make it at all. 3, you're not good enough. 4, certain skills of yours are not good enough. 5, you are actually making the work. It's just that you get to a point where you get really discouraged with it, whether it's like I'm in the middle of the editing process and I cannot figure out how to make it sound like I want it to sound, or you have a final thing and you think it sounds pretty good and then you show it to someone and their reaction totally takes the wind out of your sails, or many, many, many other things that you could be facing and feeling when it comes to, the difficult thing of taking something from your imagination into reality. Maybe you feel really lonely and alone and you want help and you don't know where to turn. Welcome. Turn here. Look here. I find that the way that I got out of this conundrum was by kind of zooming out. And this is what that looked like. What are my values versus what am I doing right now? Versus what values are aligned with my behavior, what I'm doing right now, versus what behavior would be aligned with my values. Now you see a graphic of what this looks like. And if you want to come to Girl Street, you can get like a downloadable thing if you want to fill this out, or just write it down. But everything we do, especially when we're making art, like, we are being little gods here. We are being creators. We are taking something and making it real. That's in integrity with some world. We're always world building. We are always world building. If you are stopping yourself every time you try to make an album, every time you get to a certain spot in recording, and then you stop yourself because it doesn't sound, and you know this, it doesn't sound like it could be played in a grocery store. Listen, this is my story. This is what I do, or what I have done. You stop yourself because it doesn't sound like it could be played in a grocery store. And when you do that, you build a world where God is a grocery store. God is the music that is good enough, clean enough, universal and undisruptive and passable and pleasing and easy enough to be played in a grocery store. Is that aligned with your values? I took a little pivot about the word perfection, and it really helped me. Instead of perfection being what I thought some nebulous, like, Spotify algorithm was looking for, so that they could play a Sabrina Carpenter song and then play my song, and you wouldn't be like, these people are in totally different worlds. That's what I thought of as perfection for a long time. Now, I look at perfection more like the alchemists looked at perfection, as in taking something from seed to sprout, as in the acorn becomes the oak tree, as in alchemy led to gold. A song that only exists in our heads, that only exists in our voice memos, is a lead song. No matter how golden and beautiful it is, songs want to be heard, right? So it necessitates our sharing, our being brave enough as the alchemists, as the creators, to share, for the song to become any of what it wants to be. When I look at my music from this lens, perfect is no longer good enough to be playing at the grocery store. Perfect instead is somebody listening to my songs on the bus home after maybe a difficult day and feeling inspired when they get in, when they thought that they were maybe just going to, like, shut down and watch Netflix, and no one watches Netflix anymore. Shut down and watch YouTube videos and like, decompress. Now instead, they feel like maybe they could watch a movie that they used to love, or listen to the first album that they fell in love with, or call a friend, or play a game, or play guitar. My perfect is that one person hears a song and it makes them remember and feel connected with a friend that they haven't talked to in a little while, and it encourages them to talk to that friend, and maybe to send the song to the friend and say, oh my God, this reminded me of you. My perfect is that people listen to my music and feel seen, feel known, feel in community with me immediately, because we share some of the same world. and it's apparent when they hear it. My music is perfect when it makes people feel capable and connected. None of that is about sound mixing. None of that is about perfection of performance. None of that is about perfect audio design. I want to be in relationship with my listeners. That's really special and important to me. And so how can I build that into the process of making the work? I'm going to do a few more videos that go into some details and technicalities, because I think it's very easy to get stuck on like, okay, I have to figure out the BPM for my song. I have to make a click track. I have to record the guitar take, and then over it, I have to do vocals. And then I have to do layered vocals. I have to pick the best sentences of my vocal takes. And I have to do harmonies, and I have to do this and this and this. It can feel so overwhelming because it feels like those are all moral imperatives, that you absolutely have to do all those things or else you do not have music that's worthwhile, that's enough. So I'm going to go into those details in the next couple videos. But right now, I'm going to tell you what my process was for picking the songs. Picking what takes of these songs I'm going to use. I decided to strip it down. I would be okay if these songs were each a voice memo recorded on my phone, like when I send songs to my best friends or to my dad. It's good enough for them. They are the people I care about the most in the world, so it's perfect for my listeners. It's a gift to see my listeners with the same level of love and respect and closeness that I see my dad or my best friends. So it went like this. Before I started recording, I wrote out a little, like a paragraph of how I would feel when I was recording the take that I would use. And just to take it a couple steps back, when I was applying for colleges, my aunt gave me the absolute best advice anyone gave me during college hunting season, which was the best choice to make, the right choice to make, will be the choice you end up making. That's a philosophy I really lean into. And I leaned into it when I kind of designed this. So it went like this. I decided how I would feel when I was singing, when I knew it was the right take, or the right set of takes. I knew I would feel connected to my smallest and biggest selves. I knew I would feel free. I would feel grounded. I would feel open. I would feel connected. All the things I want people to feel when they listen. And then I would sing. Then I wrote a different paragraph about what it would feel like when I knew I was listening to the right take. I would feel a click. I would feel kind of obsessed with it. I would want to listen to it over and over and over again. I would bubble up a laugh and ecstasy because I knew that this was it. It had nothing to do with how it sounded. It had nothing to do with whether or not I made mistakes or didn't make mistakes. It had nothing to do with the perfection of my instrument playing or with my vocal performance. I'm not saying that this is how Taylor Swift should be making her records. I don't know. I don't know about that. She should tell me. But I'm saying right now, if you're in the same spot that I was, where I was just making and making and making and never finishing the loop because I was so scared, then the first thing you need to do is figure out a practice to believe in yourself enough to do it. And once you do it the first time, figure out a different practice for the second if you want. Change your perfect every time. Just remember that there's nobody dictating what you should be doing with your creative work. It's yours. It's perfect the moment that you share it. And that's really important for us to learn. So, thank you for being here. If you resonate with this kind of conversation, not only do I hope you come back for the technical conversations where I'm going to pull up my editing software and walk you through the very flawed production of my EP, World of, found on streaming platforms everywhere. Check it out. But yeah, if this all feels like, I want to talk about creativity like this, please come to Girl Street. Girl Street is all world building. All of us figuring this shit out together. And you are so welcome there. And I'll see you soon. Bye. Bye. Had a falter, I lived in the world of the author. I live in the world of the author.